Hi, good morning everybody. This is your introductory video for your YouTube video project that you are going to be doing, working with the UJ rowers some of you have already met some of them, but you've met their coach Marco that you'll be working closely with as well. Now there are 8 athletes that you'll be working with. Their information has already been sent to you. What you need to do is make sure that you contact each one of those athletes in your groups and set up a time where you can meet the athlete, get to know them, know what their classification is, and then work with Marco to find out what's the best test protocol would be for that particular athlete, because each one of them is going to be different. Now in terms of your group sizes, I'm not going to be prescriptive in terms of how big your groups need to be, other than the fact that you've got 8 athletes and I want to have an equal number of sports scientists and biokinetic students working together. So you as a collective group can decide how big your group wants to be, but you need to make sure that you've covered each one of those 8 athletes sufficiently. Okay, the due date for this is going to be Friday the 26th of October at midnight. That's when your YouTube videos need to be uploaded and sent to my email. The presentation will be on Tuesday the 29th of October at 8 a.m. I haven't confirmed the venue yet. That will be done in due course, and I will obviously then let you all know. Now, how I would like the structure of this video to be is as follows. You've got 1 minute to introduce your athletes. So who are they? Are they a Paralympic athlete? What is their classification? What is their best event, etc., etc. Then you've got 6 to 7 minutes to illustrate the testing battery and the testing protocol that you have developed for that athlete. So it might be 3 or 4 or 5 different tests. I want to have a look at each specific test that you're going to be doing. Some of the soft skills will come through. So how well did you speak to that athlete? How well were your instructions delivered? Did you take into account the adaptations that needed to be made, either in terms of the actual test or in terms of the equipment that the athlete needed for that particular test? So those soft skills are going to be really important. Then you've got 2 minutes right at the end. 1 minute from a sports science perspective and 1 minute from a biokinetics perspective. And there, each one of you will then give feedback from the results of that test or that testing protocol. From a sports science perspective, what did those tests tell you? What program can you then develop? From a biokinetics perspective, what did the tests tell you? Was there perhaps any intervention that you need to make, and how are you going to do it? And those recommendations from a sports science and from a biokinetics perspective are the recommendations that will go back to Marco as the coach. Okay. In terms of the actual video, and we're going to be elaborating a little bit on this during the lecture, but from the video perspective, what I want you to ensure is that every single one of you in the group get involved actively in the production of this video. So I don't want to just have one person who's handling the camera, or one person who is just doing the sound, or one person who is just explaining the test. Every single one of you need to take turns in all aspects of how you are handling this testing protocol and the video and the production of the video itself. Just little things. Make sure that the audio is clear, because when you are presenting this video, we need to be able to hear exactly what is being said. We need to be able to hear responses from the athlete, your instructions, etc., etc. The testing is obviously going to be done in the gym, so you want to try and eliminate as much of your background noise as possible. And also some of the background movements, because that sometimes gets a little bit distracting when you're watching a video. So just be aware of your camera placement, of the background sound, etc., etc. And then make this video fun. Make it fun for yourselves, make it fun for your athlete. Enjoy it, enjoy the exposure, enjoy the opportunity of working with an athlete with disability, and every single one of you can do this. Most of you have smartphones, and if you don't have a smartphone, you know somebody who has a camera on their phone. So there's no excuse for you not to be able to develop a really fun, high-class quality video that can be presented and be a really good reflection of the time that you spent developing the testing protocol, of the time that you spent working with the athlete, and of the time that you spent discussing within yourselves, between the bios and sports scientists, how best you can assist that athlete in terms of moving forward. So go out there, enjoy it, have fun, and let's see what you can do.